welcome to the first video in our SQL series. Today we will dive into what SQL is, why it's so important in the data world, and how it can be your gateway to unlocking the power of databases. Let's get started. Now, first question is, what is SQL? So SQL is structured query language. It's a programming language. So it's for managing and manipulating relational databases. Simply put, it's the tool we use to interact with databases to retrieve, update, and analyze data. Think of it as the bridge between you and the vast amount of information stored in structured system. Now, why learn SQL? So, SQL is one of the most in demand skill in the job market today. Whether you are aiming for a career in data science, analytics, software development, or even business intelligence, SQL is a must-have skill. It allows you to work with data efficiently and is often the starting point for understanding databases system. Okay. Now, so that's why you have to learn SQL, right? Now, what can SQL do? So, what can you do with SQL, right? So, first of all, you query data from a database, you insert, update, and delete data, create and modify database structures, analyze data with accretion, and of course, join multiple table. You have a multiple number of table. How can you join using SQL? You can join that table, right? So, now SQL is extremely versatile. You can use it to retrieve data from a database, add new information, update or delete existing record, and even create and modify the structure of the database itself. Now, for analysts, SQL is go-to for aggregating and analyzing data, with developers rely on it to ensure databases run smoothly. Now, how does the SQL work? Right. So, SQL sends command to a database management system. Okay, so basically SQL works by sending command to a database management system or DBMS. Okay, which processes those command as questions or tasks you give to the database. Now, for example, show me all the customer you bought a product last month, a query you would like in SQL, right? So, how does SQL work? First, is suppose you want to that okay so give me the customer names who bought a product last month, as I said, this kind of thing. Also you can questions yourself that which customer having the maximum sale, how can you get that name of the customer. So that's what SQL does, right? Now SQL in everyday life. Now, SQL powers the backend of many systems we use every day. From your social media feeds to e-commerce site, SQL is for organizing and managing all the data behind the scenes. It helps business track transaction, analyze customer behavior, and make data-driven decision. Right? Now, what is the key feature of SQL? So basically, SQL, one of the best thing about SQL is that it's very simple and easy to learn. It's also standardized, meaning the same SQL command work across many databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server. Plus, it can handle anything from small dataset to massive databases containing billion of records. Right? Now there is type of SQL command. There are different type of SQL command. First coming to the DDL. Okay. So what is DDL? DDL is data definition language. It defines the structure of databases objects like table or schemas. Okay. Now coming to DML, that is data manipulation language. So this allows us to interact with and modify the actual data. Now coming to data control language, it manages across control by granting or revoking permission, right? So there is the command DDL, there is command create, alter, drop, truncate, and then DML there is command select, insert, update, delete. Basically it's a English grammar, that kind of thing you feel. They okay, create table, that's command is also create. Okay, now you want to drop table, that is drop. You have to modify table, this alter. Okay, now select some kind of that example, as I said, that select all the customer, this kind of thing. Use select command. It's like English grammar, right? Now there is a TCL, transaction control language. So this ensures data consistency by managing transaction. And finally we have DQL or data query language, which is primarily used to retrieve data from the databases. Now each type of command has a unique purpose, making SQL a versatile tool for managing databases efficiently. Okay. Now what's next? In the upcoming videos, we will cover everything from SQL basic to advanced topic like join, window function, optimization. By the end of this series, you will be confident in SQL to handle real world data problem. Feel free to leave your questions in the comment section and let's build data skills together. Let's be flawless. Thank you.